Hey, welcome to Organic A to Z. I'm your host, Gregory Schaefer. Today we are celebrating the letter U. U. Find me a food that begins with the letter U. The American classic, upside down cake. When you think about an upside down cake, the brain immediately goes pineapple, canned pineapple. And I was gonna do the ultimate organic upside down cake, and I was gonna use pineapple, but I thought, not really sustainable. You know, pineapple is being imported from Hawaii or other parts of the world, not really from my own backyard. And I thought about other quintessential American desserts like apple pie. Love good organic apples. Remember, apples have to be organic. So let's take the apple pie and let's take the upside down cake, bring them together. Very easy. We've got organic apple upside down cake. I got a lot of work to do. Let's get busy. One of the great things about the upside down cake is that you can cook the whole thing in one pan, like this cast iron skillet. You can use a non-stick pan as well. The first thing we gotta do is make a caramel. So heat up the pan and add 3 tablespoons of butter. So once the butter melts, add 3/4 cups of light brown sugar. And stir that in there and let it melt. It'll be a little bit sandy at first, but it will break down and melt into caramel. So once the sugar begins to smooth out and turn into a caramel, turn off the heat. You really gotta be careful. Don't let this burn. And don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is gonna cook a while longer. Does not have to be a perfectly smooth caramel. Let it cool for a bit. Remember, it's extremely hot. So now I'm just gonna add sliced apples. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect. And you can use pretty much any type of apple you want. I'm using Gravensteins, but you could use Granny Smith or Golden Delicious. And first thing you want to do is just cover the border of the pan, make a nice circle. I'm going to do a smaller interior circle. And then in that hole in the middle, I'm going to add some walnuts. Just plonk them down in the middle there. Beautiful. Just a small handful. Okay, great. Let that sit for a bit. We'll come back to it in a moment. Now it's time to make the cake. I've got here 1 cup of sifted cake flour. I'm using whole wheat. You can use whatever you want. To that, I'm going to add 3/4 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Just gonna stir that up a bit. And now let's do the wet. We're gonna take a whole stick of butter. It's very soft and creamy, ready to go. And to that, I am adding 3/4 cup of sugar. And you need an egg beater or an electric beater or mixer and start to cream that. All right, looking good. I'm gonna add to that my egg. 1 very awesome free-range organic egg. And I've also got a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Yummy! All right, that's really well blended and creamy. I'm gonna add one more thing to that. 1/2 cup of sour cream, organic sour cream. And just blend it in there. Okay, and now you're gonna add the dries. We're gonna do it in thirds. So there's about 1/3. Bring it in there, another 1/3, and the final 1/3. There we go. Okay, looking pretty good. Now you're gonna take that cake batter and put it on top of the apples. Come on. Pretty easy. You're gonna have to monkey with it a bit, spread it out. Secret of the pastry chefs, a slightly wet hand. Just get them a little bit damp. That'll help you spread doughs and batters much more easily. Okay, so there you go. Remember, this is the bottom of the cake. You're never gonna see it. It's an upside down cake. 350-degree oven, at least 30 minutes, maybe more. Okay, so now run a knife around the edge of the cake. Beautiful. And it's time for the big reveal. Take a big plate, put it on top. Remember, it's all hot, be careful. Flip it. 3, 2, 1. Yes! Relief! I'm Gregory Schaefer, this is Organic A to Z, and today we made an organic apple upside down cake, soon to be an American classic. Thank you for watching. Get in your kitchen, do something organic of your own. Bye-bye.